So, it's an economic development. Meet up, okay.
He sent me that area.
Hey, Mark, on items 9, 10, and 11, you're the next guy standing on meet up. Okay, I didn't know if you knew that or not. I was gonna give you a heads up.
Where's it gonna go?
Okay, so Adam, Terry,
Or
are
off 135, I'm sorry.
Oh, then,
Yeah. So it's much better.
yeah, probably
It's
won't.
all a commercial area.
Yeah. I can imagine that.
Well, the good news is, no,
would you call for the roll, please? Call the roll.
Danielle McKenzie. Danielle McKenzie.
Here.
Jason Blair.
here,
Melissa Hunt.
Here.
Terry Kavner. Adam Webb. Mark Ham. Glenn Lewis.
Here. Would you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 2 is our consent docket. Item A is receive and approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting held July 5th, 2016. Item B is approve renewal of a 5-year lease with Neopost for utility billing software and hardware. Item C is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2015-2016 in the amount of $2,836,389.49.
move to approve.
All right, thank you. Thank you both. We have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 3 is consider adoption of resolution number 84716 pertaining to the general obligation bonds of 2016B approved by a majority of the qualified voters at an election held November 4th, 2014, fixing the amount of bonds to mature each year, fixing the time and place the bonds are to be sold, and authorizing the clerk to give notice of said sale as required by law.
Mayor, Chris Gander is here to speak to this.
I'm Chris Gander with Bankland Securities, financial advisor, and Terry Hawkins, your bond counsel. We were here June 20th and showed you a little bit of information talking about an overview, so we'll be back soon to authorize the next GEO issue. So that's what we're here for tonight. The resolution before you is authorizing $5 million from the election from November 4th, 2014, which is for the 34th Street project. All we're doing today is setting the date, time, and place to receive the bids, which will be September 19th at 2 o'clock. And then we'll be here that night at a regularly scheduled council meeting for you guys to award the bids. I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. I would like to tell people that these are not new taxes. These are taxes that were approved 2 years ago, right?
Correct. So 15 million was authorized.
Total.
This is the second,
Right.
total. This is the second issuance of 5 million. We have.
I would just like people to know that we spread them out so it doesn't jack up their house taxes like the school did at $209 million all at once. So
We
don't
tried
do
to
that.
minimize it by
Yes.
spreading it out. So this will be the second of 3, and after this 5 million, there'll be 4,125,000 still authorized under the 15 million.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham. Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Excuse me. Item number 4 is item number 4 is consider ordinance number 825-16, amending Part 12, Chapter 6, Article C, Section 12-622 through Sections 12-634 by adding definitions, repealing paragraph M of Section 12-632, amending section 12-632N, providing for regulations for non-accessory signs and 100 feet or less of display area, adding section 12-633, providing new regulations for freestanding signs, amending sections 12-634, providing for maintenance of accessory signs, establishing new section 12-647, defining temporary signage, and providing regulations, providing for severability, and providing for a repealer. And what that is our new sign ordinance.
Yes, so we discussed it last meeting we had, and I've also included another cheat sheet for you on page 81 of your packet that just gives a summary of all the changes. From the last meeting, I was requested by you to look at the existing signs that we have on our commercial corridors to make sure that those signs would fall within the parameters of the new ordinance if you so choose to approve it. The answer is yes. All of the signs that we have would follow the regulations as stated in this ordinance, except for the one sign at 19th and Telephone Road, the Mattress Firm. That one is slightly larger than what would be approved. But there you have it.
What about the Warren Theater sign?
No, that one is well within the parameters as stated
Good.
here.
And the current signs, so they'll be okay, that they won't have to change them, it's just if they go in
Correct.
and make some changes.
Correct.
What about those that have vinyl signs hanging? Will those have to be removed with the passage of this?
Only if the vinyl signs are used as their main
Okay.
sign for their business. So in other words, you're still allowed to have vinyl signs as long as it falls within the size requirements as set forth in the ordinance.
But not as a permanent sign.
But not as a
their permanent sign on the
Correct.
fascia of the building.
Okay,
I think the ordinance gives six months
to change it.
to be removed, those to be removed, the permanent, to a permanent
I
sign.
believe so, yes.
Yes.
Okay, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Thank you both. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this?
Thanks for the committee and everybody that kind of worked
Yeah,
together.
absolutely.
It was needed, so good job, everyone.
Appreciate it. Would you call for the vote, please?
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 5 is consider approval of FY 2016-2017 Emergency Youth Shelter Municipal Partnership and Service Provider Agreement with Crossroads Youth and Family Services in the amount of $50,000 to house detained juveniles.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is just our standard annual contract with Crossroads Youth and Family Services. The JIC is a division of that, and they provide a facility for us to take our arrested juveniles when they commit misdemeanors and some non-violent felonies. They also provide counseling and referral services to these juveniles and their families. And the biggest thing that it does for us too is it really reduces the amount of time that we have to attend these juveniles. So the average time that they spend in this facility would be about 7 hours. So that's time that an officer would have to stay with them while they're waiting for a parent. So we've had this agreement with them for a long time, and it's really worked out well. And we would recommend accepting that contract if you see fit to do so.
All right. Thank
Questions,
you.
I'd be happy to answer.
I would make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, would you call for the vote?
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. Item number 6 is consider renewal of a contract with Crawford and Associates to provide the Finance Department with financial services on special projects.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is just a renewal of a contract that we have with this firm that helps us with special projects and other things that come up from time to time that we utilize their services for. Would recommend approval.
All right. We have
Make
a
a motion to approve.
Okay, thank you.
Second?
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this item? If not, would you call for the vote?
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. There's an addendum, item 6.1, that was done July 13th at 11 o'clock. Item 6.1 is consider approval of an agreement with Lexipol LLC to provide police department policy manual consultation and updating and internet-based daily training bulletins and implementation services in the amount of $18,375.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This Lexipol is a company that would help us with assimilating our current policies together within their system. And what they do is they constantly monitor state law, statutes, case law, and things like that, and they will give you updates and assimilate that into your policy. They also provide a program in which the officers can be quizzed on policies and daily training bulletins for the officers on those policies. This will help decrease the city's liability by having documented policy training for the officers as well as the most up-to-date risk management guidelines that are available. This contract was reviewed by the city attorney, and he deemed it to be qualify as a sole source vendor due to the unique services that they provide with the updated bulletins and the tracking and the quizzes. We would recommend approval of this contract should you see fit.
Okay.
Any questions?
I just want to say I was at a conference last several months and saw a presentation on this product, and PD was already aware of it, but I saw a presentation on it, and it's an outstanding service that will help us, help the police department take the policies that we already have, which are good, but make sure that we're up to date at all times on our policies. And although the timing of this is, it's fortuitous, I guess fortuitous that the timing is here. It's not necessarily because of events that are going on, but it can't hurt in terms of keeping our officers up to date with policies, keeping our policies up to date to make sure we reflect what's going on around the world, I guess. We did budget for this, by the way.
Okay.
Did you get an opportunity to visit with any of the officers or your staff? Have they looked at this program?
We've known about it for a while, and we've looked at it and really have wanted to do this for a while. But it just kind of got this, with cost and everything that, just now kind of played into where it would be good for us to get it done. So
Would they give you kind of a complete credit for taking some of the quizzes that maybe?
no, probably not. I mean, we may be able to do something like that. That's something we'd have to check with the league on. I mean, really, the issue is making sure that they read the policies, they understand the policies, and that the policies were within, the best practices, guidelines, within the state of Oklahoma, and then in federal law, too. So it also gives them, that daily update to, pops up on their iPad or whatever, that they're paying attention to it and they know it's there. Whereas now everything's on paper, and it's really, up to them to go through that big book, So this provides a system and some tracking, and it's just more efficient.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a motion to approve?
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, would you call for the vote?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, item carries. At this time, let's see, we will recess the city council meeting and convene the Moore Public Works Authority meeting. Item number 7 is the consent docket. Item A is receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Public Works Authority meeting held July 5th, 2016. Item B is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2015-2016 in the amount of $474,290.74.
Make a motion to approve?
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you both. We have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes. And for people out there, I say this about every 6 months, we get our packets about a week ahead of time, and it gives us time to go through and ask our claims questions and go over the minutes and check those. So if you wonder why we go so fast, we've already had time to do our homework, so just so you know. Okay, at this time, we'll recess the Moore Public Works Authority meeting and convene the Moore Risk Management meeting. Item number 8 is the consent docket. Item A is receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Risk Management meeting held July 5th, 2016. Item B is approve a payment in the amount of $7,730.44 to Farmers Insurance Company to property damage to their insured vehicle. Item C is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2015-2016 in the amount of $180,044.98.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second on the consent docket. Would you call for the vote, please?
Danielle McKenzie?
Yes.
Jason Blair?
Yes.
Melissa Hunt?
Yes.
Mark Ham?
Yes.
Glenn Lewis?
Yes, item carries. At this time, we will recess the Moore Risk Management meeting and convene the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting. Mark, you're up.
Okay. Item number 9 is roll call.
Danielle McKenzie?
Here.
Jason Blair?
Here.
Melissa Hunt?
Here.
Glenn Lewis?
Here.
Adam Webb? Mark Ham?
Here. Item number 10 will be the consent docket. A is receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Economic Development Authority meeting held June 20th, 2016.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Call for the vote.
Melissa Hunt?
Yes.
Glenn Lewis?
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie?
Yes.
Jason Blair?
Yes.
Mark Ham?
Yes. Item number 11, consider adoption of resolution number 1416, authorizing employment of financial advisor and bond counsel to assist in preparation of financing documents pertaining to municipal capital improvement projects, authorizing said individuals to work with authority and city staff on said financing documents and contacting other provisions related thereto.
Mayor, Council, this item we've been talking with you about for some time now. What it boils down to is it's a financing, proposed financing just under $2.2 million. A little over $1 million of that is to pay for the new fire truck, platform fire truck that'll be delivered to us in September, October timeframe. You recall in the budget we talked about this, about the public safety equipment tax not having that much cash available, and then the other needs in the police department and elsewhere in that fund. So about half of it would be for that one piece of equipment. The other part of it and the public safety equipment sales tax fund would be used to make the debt service on this. And the other part of it is would be using the hotel motel tax to make the debt service for it. You recall that we had to spend about $500,000 to buy the Huddleston property. That was an unexpected expense against the hotel motel tax. And then the balance of that, $700,000 approximately, is for some additional costs that we've incurred at the Central Park and some of the other projects, just more or less to refill or refresh the hotel motel tax is what this boils down to. So it's not new projects or new expense per se, just a short-term loan. I think we're talking about, what are we talking about, 3-4 years on this. And similar to the MEDA financing we've done for several different projects over the years. So this resolution would authorize us to proceed with Terry and Chris to do that.
So we're basically going to pay $1,400,000 for a fire truck and pay it out over 4 years.
$1 million, just about $1,048,000.
Oh, 48,000.
Just
sorry.
under 1.1 million. and yes, and pay for it in 4 years. Yes,
Okay.
That's a more succinct way to put it than what I said.
That's a lot of money for a fire truck, but it's a nice fire truck.
I hope so. I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll looking forward to seeing how it.
They're awesome.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
Okay.
Second.
Any other discussion? Call for the vote.
Glenn Lewis,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. And that's it, I can't do anything else right now, except
No more things on the agenda, sorry.
recess the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting and reconvene the city council meeting.
All right, thank you. Let the record reflect that all the members that were present before are still present. Item number 12 is new business. Item A is citizens forum for items not on the agenda. There's no one signed up. Would anyone like to speak? That's a loaded question. Okay, nobody? All right, item B is items from the city council or trustees.
I just have one. And I was curious on the central part, the southern end of the sidewalk, where it looks like they will eventually connect. That has been, looks like it's just, we've stopped there for, I don't know, a while. What's the status?
There is a storm sewer that's gonna go across Broadway and make a connection there in the park, so we're waiting for the crew that's in the, Southmore District to make that crossing, and then they'll finish the sidewalk over there. And same for the north end as well. They've done as much as they can until that crew makes those connections.
Okay.
And then I've got a question about the entryway. There's gonna be a sign or something, and that's when, do we know when that's,
May arrive as early as this week.
Okay.
Probably maybe late next week.
because that's when the stoplights and all that'll be, okay.
And there will be a traffic signal and a pole for the people coming out of the neighborhood. We've had some question about that because there's only 3 of them out there now, and the other one is in the sign
Okay.
post or the sign facility itself. But it'll be a 4-way stop eventually.
How's the attendance, Todd?
That's fantastic. We had about 10,500 at the pool last week. We're averaging probably 11,000, and we had 3,300 users in the rec center. So
Wow.
16,000 each week is what we're
Wow.
So we're gonna have to build on soon to get it up in 5 years.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I know our church has
That's
brings a couple of things out there, the amphitheater and some other stuff, so we really appreciated it and used it.
That's good. I'm glad people are enjoying it.
It's been very well received, I think, in the community. We've heard lots of positive comments and swarming with people, which is good to see. That's what we want.
Yeah, no doubt. Anybody else?
I have one comment. This week, I had some questions from a few citizens about the recycling survey that went out, and I was really appreciative that it ended up, after talking to Steve and Todd, that it was published online, and I know there was some feedback both ways, but it was a really good discussion, so just thank you guys for taking care of that so quickly. It's awesome.
Okay. Anybody else? Item C is items from the city manager.
I don't have anything.
What? Okay. Item 13 is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie,
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Glenn Lewis.
Yes, we're adjourned. Thank you for coming.